Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Sylvia with Silver Pine Kiko goats. Anyways guys, breeding season for the goats is just around the corner. So today I'm going to mainly be talking to you guys about my plans for breeding season this fall. So super exciting video today guys. Hope you enjoy it and let's get started. So breeding season is always really exciting, at least for me, because that means that kidding season comes next. So today I'm going to talk to you guys about my plans of who is being bred to whom this fall and the plans kind of with that. So just follow along with me as I bring you around to each goat, tell you who they're breeding to, who I am breeding this year. So first off, let's get started with Divine. This is Lookout Point Ranch, Dante's Divine. She's a very nice doe, a new one that I just barely got. One of my goat mentors has a polled registered Kiko buck, and it is in the plans to have Divine bred to him. His name is Harold, and have some really nice babies out of that breeding. So I'm super excited about that. I'd like to eventually retain a buckling out of Divine. If I can get her registration all set up, I'd like to retain a buckling from that sort of breeding. So I'm super excited about Divine added to my herd. I'm excited to see how she performs in my herd and all that. And so the breeding with Divine and Harold is going to be really exciting. Next up is Kiko. She is a very pretty colored doe. She and Luna were some of my original does that I first got started with my Kiko herd. Kiko is 88% Kiko, 12% Boer, so she's not fully purebred, but she's pretty close, and her babies will technically be purebred. They'll be up in the 96% Kiko. So it is in the plans to get Kiko bred to my buck, Santiago. So that should be exciting. I haven't been able to see any purebred Kiko kids out of her yet, so I'm really excited to see how she performs with full-size Kiko kids. Last year she had her 2 Kiko Girian babies. So this year I'm excited to see what she throws with Santiago, some Kiko kids. So here's Luna. Luna was, as I was saying before, she was one of my originals along with Kiko. These two got my Kiko herd started last year. Luna threw 2 amazing twins, Loki and Lola. I don't know if you remember them from some of my past videos if you've watched them, but Luna had some gorgeous, huge babies, and she was an amazing mother. So Luna is a really nicely built doe. She's gonna lay down for you, so can't really see her conformation all that well, but I'm really excited to get her, do a repeat breeding and get her bred to Santiago again this year. So in the first place, I was hoping to get all of my goats bred to Harold, the polled registered buck that Divine will be bred to. But because the cost of disease testing is so high right now, I could only make that happen with a couple of my goats this year. So I had to kind of pick and choose on that. So because the cost of disease testing is so high, I am going to go ahead and get Luna and Kiko both bred to my buck, Santiago. So Luna is 75% Kiko, 25% Alpine, but she still throws some outstanding kids with amazing Kiko genetics. So that will be Luna's breeding. This is Primrose. She is one of my new doelings that I got from another ranch to add to my herd this year. She is purebred Kiko, but not registered. But she comes from some really awesome registered Kiko genetics. So Primrose, I hope to get her disease tested and get her bred to Harold or one of the other bucks that my goat mentor friend has, one of her Kiko bucks. Primrose will only be bred this year if she is big enough by the time I want to breed her, which will be around Thanksgiving time. The other goats, I plan to get them bred in about a week. So for Primrose, I'm just going to watch her growth, see how she grows this year, if she's ready to be bred this year. If not, she will get bred next year and plans might look a little different. But if she is ready around Thanksgiving time to be bred, I plan to breed her to registered Kiko buck and do a driveway breeding with that. So that should be super exciting with Primrose too. I'm hoping she grows out and is big enough to get bred this fall. So this is Calliope. She's actually not going to be bred this year. She's not quite old enough. So on her, I'm definitely going to wait till next year. And I already have plans in mind for next year's breeding with Calliope. It should be super exciting, but I will save those plans to share with you next year. But anyways, I'm really excited about breeding plans for this year. Looking forward to kidding season already, even though my does aren't even bred. But hope you're just as excited as I am to see how these does perform and what kids they throw. It should be really fun to see. Anyways, that is the breeding plans for this fall. Hope you enjoyed that part of this video. I'm also going to share with you some footage of when I was treating the goats, what medicines I was treating them with to help prevent them from getting sick from coccidiosis. So I'm going to show that footage right here. Also thought I'd take you guys over to visit Mr. Stinky Buck. This is my buck Santiago. He's growing out very nicely. I'm excited to use him for breeding this year and see what he throws. He's already thrown so many gorgeous babies, so he's turned out to be a really nice buck. In the future, I'd like to get more into registered stock, and as I was saying before, retain a registered buck out of Divine as long as I can get her registered. But for now, with some unregistered stock and adding some registered stock into my herd, things have been working out really nicely, and Santiago is still an amazing buck, even though he's not registered. So Petunia, she is the alpine doe that is staying with him for a few weeks to get bred. She will be going home soon, and then Santiago will be open for more stud service breedings, and he will also get to breed some of my does. I'm pretty sure Petunia has been bred. I'll keep an eye on her for these next few days as she's here with Santiago. Make sure everything goes as planned, and she gets for sure bred and has some gorgeous babies in the springtime. If you're wondering what that stick on Divine's head is, it is a wooden dowel that I duct taped to her horns so that her head can't get stuck in the cattle panel fencing since she does have horns. So that's what that is. It's been working really well. I kind of got that idea from Fowler Family Farms, so thank you to you guys for that grand idea. Hoping it stays on, and that's working pretty well to keep her head out of the fence. How's it going, Kiko? Also, guys, an update on some around the goat pen projects. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I did put some chicken wire on the hay feeder to prevent hay waste a little better. And it has been working really well. The only problem is the goats can't get very much hay out of the bottom there super well, especially the littler ones, Calliope and Primrose. So I may have to either just take it off and not worry about it, or put some a little bit bigger hold fencing on the inside of that, so that way I can prevent all of this hay waste. Because if you saw in one of my last videos, I've had to clean out the pen a bunch and put all of this wasted hay in a pile down here to let it compost. But hay is definitely not cheap, especially in this drought. And so I hope that fixing the hay feeder will help prevent all of this wasted hay. Also, you guys, the smoke has been super bad. The wildfires have been really bad. I don't know if you guys can see that, how smoky it is, but the air quality is like in the 140s. It's usually at like 13. It's even gotten up to like 350 air quality a couple weeks ago, so that is quite unpleasant. Hoping these wildfires stay far away from here and that the smoke can go down, but that's part of my update for today. Hope you guys are getting pumped for breeding season just as much as I am. This is a super exciting time of year to get these does bred, and look forward to kidding season, so that should be super exciting. And hope you guys enjoyed the videos. As always, I will see you on the next one.